49ers Cal High Sports Report is presented by U.S. Bank, proud to support our future leaders.
This week on 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank, championship games for both basketball and soccer. We'll have the CCS Open Division Final with Bellarmine and surprising Mitty.
We'll have the NCS D1 title game with Clayton Valley and Heritage.
And the title game in the San Francisco City League.
Girls championship highlights include two of the best teams in the state as Mitty meets Pinewood, soccer with Burlingame and St. Ignatius, and we spent a day in the life of one of the nation's top recruits. It's all right now on 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We start tonight with the CCS Division I title game played Saturday night. Piedmont Hills Pirates come into the title game as league champs, entering the game with a 24-2 record. Very impressive.
Yeah, they are really good. The Pirates taking on the second place team from the De Anza division, the Los Gatos Wildcats. The Cats featuring USF-bound senior Dylan Belquist, who's averaging 28 points a game. A great matchup in the final game.
The Piedmont Hills Pirates getting hyped up before they take on the Los Gatos Wildcats CCS D1 title. The Wildcats know how to start a championship game. They put up 8 straight as Cade Tormina kicks it to Dylan Belquist in the corner. But the Pirates pull within one. Trent Blackshire deflects the pass. Brandon Lowe picks it up and gives it back to Blackshire, and he heads to the hoop for the lay-in. The Cats keep at it in the second quarter. Belquist floats it to Alex Braken-Guelke. He heads to the rack and gives LG a 10-point lead. Los Gatos extends its lead in fashion. Braken-Guelke forces a turnover, heads to the hoop with a big-time rip. Braken-Guelke is on fire. The Pirates trying to keep pace. Blackshire picks up the ball at midcourt and muscles his way in for the bucket and one to pull the Pirates within 8. But the Cats continue to play their A-game. Playmaker Frankie Polisso dishes to Belquist. Dylan pulls up and makes it splash for 2. Time running out as the Cats celebrate winning their school's first ever CCS boys basketball title. The boys were pretty excited after the game. The Cats defeat the Pirates 75-58. Huge games for Belquist and Braken-Guelke.
We head out to Kezar Pavilion for the San Francisco Section Championship. We got Lowell and Mission. The Cardinals get on the board early with Ryan Goutier on the basket cut for the first 2 points of the game. But the Bears fight right back. Junior captain Ben Knight takes this one the other way, and Mission now leads at 9-5. Into the start of the second quarter, it's Abhishek Kadha again along the elbow. He'll make the drive to the basket to tie this game at 13. With less than a minute left in the half, Bears take back that lead. Kamiri Smith with the spin move. He dishes it to Willie Williams for 2. Bears up by 10. And Mission did not hold back in the second. Smith kicks it out to Knight for 3, and he was just getting warmed up. Very next possession, it's Knight again in the corner, and he attacks the basket with some contact and makes a tough finger roll lay-in. But the Cardinals would not quit. Later in the fourth, it's Peter Lee over to Kadha, who gets the and one. Into the final minute of this game, Mission will seal the deal with Robert Lee taking this one up strong, and the Mission Bears take home their 4th straight section title and stay in the hunt for a consecutive state title. Highlights from the girls sectional later on in the show.
St. Francis and Woodside taking the field for the CCS Division I Championship Saturday afternoon. The Lancers get it started 2 minutes in. Courtney Matheson fires to the back of the net as St. Francis grabs a 1-0 lead. Woodside trying to get back in it. Kylie Lynch to Natalie Navarro, who looks for someone in the box, but Tierney White is there for the save. 1-0 Lancers at the half. St. Francis looking for some insurance in the second half as Lily Perriman kicks it into the box, but Kayla Zuniga comes up with the save. The Lancers still on the attack. Catherine Paulson finding Morgan Cadis in the box, and Morgan finishes with the finesse shot as the Lancers win their 12th CCS title in school soccer history. Goals coming from Matheson and Cadis. 2-0 the final. The St. Francis Lancers are the champs.
Each week, the Rica Center presents the Player of the Week Award.
The announcement made in a wrap produced by the Hip Hop Department at the Rica Center. Here are this week's Players of the Week.
Rica Center. These are your Players of the Week. Yeah. Yeah. We got Riley Griggs, the Archbishop Mid. Got you and your friends asking please forgive me. It's just a way, no gimmicks. This is not calculus, but I finished counting and I still see no limits. Why they add up? 30 points on Manlo, may God be with them. Cause Riley's side the kid stretching them like Venom. If you did not know, Robbie Beasley gets buckets. Control the entire game like y'all with some puppets. Gave Amador Valley a 27 piece. Just for the heck of it, it's not even his best recipe. Robbie's just a sophomore, lighting up the streets like this is Baltimore. Second time on the show, he's a regular. Pull up from half court, he's range cellular. Yeah.
Desire players are the
Desire players are the weak.
Stanford Healthcare brings us great information on sports-related injuries every week.
Here's a 49ers head team physician, Dr. Tim McAdams, with this week's tip.
Pain in the front of your knee is common in young athletes, especially when you do a lot of jumping. This most commonly involves two areas of the patella tendon, the part coming off of the kneecap and the part which inserts on the bump on the front of your shin or tibial tubercle. Jumper's knee, or patella tendonitis, is the term given to inflammation occurring as the tendon comes off of the bone, usually seen in older adolescents and beyond. Osgood-Schlatter's, on the other hand, is the term for when the inflammation is located at the tibial tubercle. I usually see Osgood-Schlatter's in the younger athlete with open growth plates, which we call physes. Once you stop growing, the physis closes up and the issue generally resolves. Until then, it's usually manageable with periods of rest and physical therapy for stretching and strengthening. If you get pain in the front of your knee, make sure you discuss it with your athletic trainer early, so treatment can limit any missed time from the sport you enjoy.
Coming up, the Block Construction NCS Blockbuster game with Clayton Valley and Heritage battling for the NCS D1 title.
And the CCS Open Division Soccer Finals with Burlingame and St. Ignatius. But first, here's the World Games Top 10 Girls Basketball poll.
At Stanford Healthcare, we can now repair complex aortic aneurysms without invasive surgery. If we can do that, imagine what we can do for varicose veins. And if we can precisely treat eye cancer with minimal damage to the rest of the eye, imagine what we can do for glaucoma, even cataracts. If we can use DNA to diagnose the rarest of diseases, imagine what we can do for the conditions that affect us all. Imagine what we can do for you.
South County Ram is your custom headquarters. We have the largest selection of lifted new trucks, Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500. If you want it your way, we'll custom build it for you. Looking for a custom Jeep Wrangler? We've got those too. Take the new 2018 Ram 1500 regular cab for $16,999. Ram Pro City for $15,999. Perfect for your business. The Start Something New sales event is on now at your #1 volume dealer in all of Northern California. South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, and Gilroy. Drive a little, save a lot.
The Rica Center is well known as an elite athletic training facility, but you might not be aware of all the ways the center touches the lives of our community. In addition to athletic fitness, nature awareness, and creative arts, the Rica Center offers a diverse community service program allowing students to gain leadership and life skills, learning the responsibilities of a real work environment, from working with young children to helping veterans with archery. The community service program will teach students the demands of a professional environment while fulfilling their high school's community service requirements.
We're back at Levi Stadium with our Block Construction NCS Blockbuster game. This one comes from the NCS Division I bracket, where the Heritage Patriots scored a double overtime upset over second-seeded Dublin to advance to the final game.
The Patriots taking on the top seed Clayton Valley. The Ugly Eagles coming into the game with a sparkling 26-2 record and looking to add a section title to their resume in the game played Friday night. It's our Block Construction NCS Blockbuster game, and our Kiara Biagini was there.
Blockbuster game. Yeah.
Welcome to St. Mary's College here in Moraga, home of the NCS D1 Championship game. Tonight's game is an intense matchup between two of the best teams in the Bay Area, Clayton Valley Ugly Eagles and the Heritage Patriots. Clayton Valley coming into tonight's game ranked 18th in the nation, 3rd in California by Max Preps. The Uggs feature standout guard Garrett Pasco, one of the best shooters around. As for the Pats, they're on a hot 16-game winning streak featuring short forward Jacob Williams. Expect a lot of long-range splashes from the senior. For the NCS D1 title, it's Clayton Valley and Heritage in tonight's Block Construction Blockbuster game.
The Uggs take a quick lead in the first as Garrett Pasco from the elbow sinks it for two. but Heritage not far behind as Ezra Menjon gets his own rebound. He bounce passes it to Jonathan Ned, bucket, and one. But Clayton Valley holds on to its lead as Jaron Williams kicks it to Pasco, and he just really makes it look easy out there. The Pats on the move. Manjon with the no-look pass to Ned. Ned with the reverse lay-in to tie it 10-all. This one close all game long. Nick Klarman picks up the loose ball and finds Zachary Martinez in the corner for 3. Uggs lead by 5, but don't sleep on the Patriots. Khalil Freeman with the turnover, and look out for the big-time rip by Ned. Heritage playing scrappy ball. Watchman John chase down the loose ball and finish at the hoop for 2. The Pats lead by 1 at the half. Third quarter, guess who? It's Pasco as he hits another 3 for the lead. Pasco for president. The Uggs try to stretch their lead, but watch out. Oh my goodness, Ned with the big swat. This kid is all over the court. Ned on the other side, he fakes and drives to the hoop and throws it down. Holy cow, that ties it 52-all. Fourth quarter now, here's another Pasco splash to keep this game tied at 62-all. Time running down, Pats throw it around to find Jacob Williams in the corner, and that one is drained. Heritage seals the deal and wins it 71-66, earning the school's first NCS title. Williams tells us how it feels after the game.
Feels great. One for the school, one for my boys. It just feels real good. Definitely everything was on the defensive end. They had a lot of key threats, a lot of shooters, and we had to adjust to what they had. We did it pretty good in the second half.
In Moraga with our blockbuster game, I'm Kiara Biagini, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Back to girls hoops and the San Francisco Sectional Championship. The Lincoln Mustangs coming out hot. Yasmin Jimenez with the floater for 2, and the Mustangs were up 5-0. But watch out for this highlight reel play. It's Jimenez from just beyond half court at the end of the first quarter, and it is good. Beating the first quarter buzzer, impressive. Into the second now, Fiona Tam showing off her inner Steph Curry with the crossover and an off-balance shot for 2. And it's Fiona back with the magic touch. This time a little scoop shot in the lane, and that goes. That was nice. The Mustangs led by as much as 18 points in the first half. A few plays later, Lauren Chan intercepts the pass on the inbounds play and takes this one the other way for the lay-in, but the Cardinals trailed 31-16. Second half now, it's Chan on the fast break, and she'll bounce pass it to Noman Richin, and Lowell now trails by just 10, but this game belonging to the Mustangs. Later in the fourth quarter now, Caitlin Yoon kicks this one out to Francesca Cornell with the floater for 2, and the Lincoln Mustangs win back-to-back San Francisco section titles. Final score 41-25, Tam with 15 to lead the Mustangs.
Burlingame and St. Ignatius taking the field as both teams square off for the CCS Open Division Championship. Wildcats on the board first. Reed Polino heads it to Alex Bailey and finishes a volley past the keeper. Alex celebrating with the dead fish, 1-0 SI. Burlingame would score an equalizer to tie it up at 1, but David Woodruff takes the lead right back with this screamer to the back of the net. 2-1 St. Ignatius at the half. SI trying to steal it in the second. Nicholas Brown with the pass to Bailey, who fires on target, but Evan Glott comes up with a brilliant save to keep the deficit at 1. Panthers going for another equalizer late. Kai Gallia tries to find someone in the box, but Nathan Kushner pushes it away. Burlingame with one last opportunity here. Gunnar Hansen crosses to Gabe Hyman. He tries for the header, but Kushner comes up with the save as St. Ignatius hangs on to win the CCS Open Division title for the second season in a row.
Valley Health Plan and the San Jose Earthquakes present our Soccer Players of the Week each week. This week's Boys Soccer Player of the Week is Luke Giosto from De La Salle. Luke had a goal in the Spartans' big playoff win last week.
Our Girls Soccer Player of the Week is Lucy Tang from Mountain View. Lucy had 2 goals in the Mountain View Spartans' playoff win. Sereno Group and U.S. Bank bring us the Coach of the Week award every week. This week's Coach of the Week is Peter Diepenbrock from Palo Alto. The Vikings picked up a first-round win in the Open Division of CCS.
That's the first time a public school has ever beaten a private school in the Open Division first round. Peter Diepenbrock, this week's Sereno Group U.S. Bank Coach of the Week.
Coming up, the CCS Division II title game with Aragon and Valley Christian.
And we'll walk you through a day in the life of one of the nation's top recruits next.
Hi, I'm Coach Gio, and today we're going to be talking about receiving the ball. When you receive the ball, it's important to lift your foot an inch or so off the ground and turn it towards the inside and receive the ball, trapping the ball right in front of you, not too far behind you and not way out in front of you.
For almost 50 years, Block Construction has been enhancing the Greater Bay Area and Central Coast. transforming the Northern California landscape, building corporate offices, schools, health and wellness centers, research labs, historic and non-profit buildings, using innovative and sustainable techniques, delivering safety and quality, creating trusting lifelong partnerships. Block Construction, building futures since 1970.
This is fun territory at America's premier ice facilities, Solar for America Ice and Oakland Ice Center. You're only moments away from the coolest place in town to host your next birthday party, holiday party, even your next product launch or team building event. No matter what the occasion, make it even more special by hosting it at the coolest place in town. For a tour of any one of the 3 Bay Area facilities or to schedule your next event, visit solarforamericaice.com or oaklandice.com.
Join 99.7 now at the 2018 World Games, the biggest sporting fundraiser of the year.
I was born to run, I was born for this.
The official California High School All-Star Game is coming March 25th to Oracle Arena. 30 of the top California high school boys and girls will ascend on the Warriors court to see who is the best. What up, it's Strawberry. I'll be hosting, but not hoping for the entire night. For tickets and more info, just head to 997now.com.
This is Central Valley High School,
and you're watching 49ers Cal Sports Report.
Back at Levi Stadium and the NBC Sports Studio with the CCS Division II title game, the Valley Christian Warriors are proving they are a talented bunch. The Warriors finished last in the West Catholic League and just did make the playoffs with a 500 overall record, but that West Catholic League, pretty tough.
Yeah, really tough. And the Warriors earned a spot in the Division II title game, taking on the Aragon Dons. The Dons were 4th in the Peninsula South, earning the 3rd seed in Division II. The Dons playing the Warriors on Saturday night.
Section championships continue as Valley Christian and Aragon fight for the D2 title. Early on, Aragon trailing 5-3, but not no mo. Sam Manu draining the 3-ball to get on top. But on the following VC possession, Devon Lang sees Alton Julian free. The shot for 3 is bueno. Warriors take back the lead. Julian was feeling it in the first half. The shot from deep is off, but he comes flying in for the putback. Julian leading all scorers with 23 points. Here's some more 3-ball action from Valley Christian. Jaylon Bryant to Justin Kidd. Yes, sirree. Valley leads at 20-19. And the Warriors have a big man on their team. Watch this 6'9" junior Jay Allen Tovar. He flies in the paint for the slam. I'll let you know now that wasn't his only dunk. Aragon trying to cut that Warrior lead within 10 with this Donovan Robinson triple, and it happens, but BC stayed in control throughout this one. Cameron Feeney up the baseline. Is he going for the shot? No, the alley-oop. Allen Tovar with the 2-hand slam. The Valley Christian Warriors win the CCS D2 championship. BC moves on to NorCal's with a heck of a game from Alton. And how about Allen Tovar, 20 rebounds.
Top recruit Angel Jackson introduced as her Salesian pride. Plays for a section title early on. Cardinal Newman looking good. Toss it out to Maya Flores, who nails the 3 for an early Cardinals lead. More Cardinals. Anya Choice hard to the basket. She is a fine player for the Cardinals. But Angel Jackson was tough to stop all night long. She is a force in the middle, getting 2 there. Salesian up 13-12. The pride into Jackson again, this time high off the glass. When you have an Angel, you might as well use it. Late in the second, the Cardinals on the run, up ahead to Alaya Kamsani Baker. She scores, and the Cardinals have a 4-point lead. Second half, and the pride takes over. Inside to guess who? Yep, it's Jackson again, spinning in the lane, and a crazy shot. Time running down in the third. It's Avery Cargill driving into the lane and fires as time expires and nails the shot. Still Salesian by 2 after 3. In the fourth, Salesian continues to feed Angel Jackson, and that was a good plan as Angel hits here. And this play wraps it up. Asia Doral with the steal, and she takes it all the way as Salesian wins the NCS Division III title. Jackson leading the pride with 17 points in the game.
Each week, U.S. Bank presents future leaders. These are athletes who have shown through perseverance their ability to succeed now and in the future.
This week's U.S. Bank future leader is Hayley Jones, one of the nation's top recruits. This week, we spent a day in the life of this talented basketball player.
The sun doesn't come up for another hour, but school at Archbishop Mitty High School in San Jose starts at 7:50, and Hayley Jones lives over 30 miles away in Santa Cruz. She's to get an early start. Tonight is the CCS semifinal game, and just like many other athletes, Hayley has her game day rituals. First on Hayley's to-do list, music.
I usually listen to slow music in the mornings.
Then she makes her bed and begins to pack her bag for the game. She looks for the shoebox labeled Midi Game Day shoes. She's pretty organized.
All my Midi uniforms are in this one.
All packed up, Hayley gets ready to head downstairs. But first, a little housekeeping.
My mom just came up with this filing cabinet system.
In this nicely labeled bin, she keeps every recruiting letter she's ever received.
I appreciate everyone, and I read all of them and take it to heart.
Hayley is only a junior and has some time before any decision on colleges, so she heads downstairs, packs her lunch, and starts making breakfast. Her parents, Monique and Patrick, join in.
None of your songs.
Haley is in charge of turning on the tunes.
How's this wake-up music? It's just game day hype right here, Mom.
Haley's mom finishes off her breakfast and packs it to go. She'll eat it on the way. It's an hour car ride to Midi. At least, she hopes it's only an hour. Hayley usually drives herself to school, but on game days, her mom or dad will take her. It's Mom's turn today.
Freshman year and sophomore year, I didn't have to do the drive myself. I was able to get my homework done or sleep, but now that I'm doing the drive every day, it definitely is a lot different.
Luckily, traffic wasn't too bad, so she makes it on time. Hayley pulls into the parking lot about 15 minutes before class and meets her friends. First up, Clase de Español.
I think it was...
Her Spanish teacher asks about college and whether or not she wants to stay in California.
No sé.
A difficult question to an athlete with so many options.
You know who that is?
After Spanish, it's physics and then lunchtime. She joins her teammates for lunch. After that, she heads off to strength and conditioning class. Since it's game day, it's nothing too strenuous. Just stretching. Then it's off to shoot around, where we first get to see Hayley and this championship basketball team in action. Hayley has played every game since her freshman year. Only 5 losses in that time and 1 state championship. This season, she's averaging over 21 points a game, has over 240 rebounds, and scored her 1,000th career point earlier this year.
It was like a moment of pure joy, and it was kind of like that all like my hard work had kind of like got me somewhere, and it was a huge milestone for myself.
What doesn't she bring to the court?
Head coach Sue Phillips has been there for every point. She says Hayley is really something.
The fact that she's the most versatile player I've coached in 26 years is really kind of saying something. And I think that's what makes her so attractive to the college coaches in USA basketball, is her ability to play positions 1 through 5. She's that new era of basketball players that are essentially positionless.
After a quick stretch and pregame meal, it's time. The Midi girls basketball team hops on the bus and heads to their playoff game.
Same thing, same thing. All right.
And boy, do these Monarchs love to laugh. And sing.
I think what makes us so successful with this team in particular is that we all get along so well. We just have so much fun with each other on and off the court. We're really playing for each other this season.
Then the Monarchs get serious. A pep talk from Coach Phillips, and it's time.
Marks on 3, 1, 2, 3. Monarchs!
Midi takes the court in the hunt for its 7th state title. Hayley starts off the game as the strong forward, but she'll play about every position. Midi needs to win this game to make it to the CCS finals. Hayley wins the tip-off and gets the first bucket of the game. And won. It was a close first quarter, but then, yeah, Hayley shows off some defense. And with some help from Penn State-bound guard Charisma Ortiz, the Monarchs led by 16 at the half. When it was said and done, Midi was on its way to a chance at its 27th section title. And Hayley Jones prepares for her ride back to Santa Cruz. Because in 10 hours, she's going to do it all over again.
I'm Hayley Jones, and that has been a day in my life.
Hayley is humble and poised, and it's just unbelievable. She's only a junior. So she hopes to have the colleges narrowed down to 5 schools in the fall, and then she'll commit at the end of the year, so her senior year she can just ball out.
Yeah, and what struck me by all this is how incredibly organized she is.
Yeah. Those shoe boxes, she labels every shoe, midi game day shoes, midi pink shoes. It's crazy.
Yeah, and she made her bed, which as a parent is very impressive. Each week, Sharks High School Hockey and the Positive Coaching Alliance bring us the Triple Impact Competitor Award. This is an athlete who works hard to make themselves better, their teammates better, and to improve the game as a whole.
This week's Triple Impact competitor is Monta Vista's Julia Leontini, a star player for the #1 team in the nation. Julia is a true team leader, working hard every game. Julia Leontini, this week's Sharks High School Hockey Positive Coaching Alliance Triple Impact competitor.
One Hit Away brings us great advice on concussion prevention every week.
Here's Jill Baca with this week's tip.
It's vital to feed your brain properly when you're suffering the effects of a concussion. Most brains use up to 25% of the body's daily caloric intake. This percentage increases dramatically when your brain is injured. Eat food in its purest forms. Eat raw and colorful vegetables and fruits, along with balanced lean proteins frequently. Choose organic when possible. One Hit Away understands your brain can change your game.
Coming up, it's the South County Chrysler Game of the Week as Hayley Jones and the #1 team in the nation, Midi, takes on Pinewood for the CCS Open Division title.
And the CCS Open Division title in soccer, it's Midi in Mountain View as 49ers Cal High Sports Report continues. In 2006, a small group of dedicated, experienced real estate top producers broke from the tradition of large-scale real estate mega companies. Our goal was to form an upscale boutique agency with an unprecedented knowledge of the local market and community. We are the best and the brightest top producing agents in Silicon Valley, agreeing to collaborate to leverage our talents and ensure the success of every opportunity for our clients. And we give back with $500,000 a year, annually going out to 24 different organizations. Sereno Group, here for good.
Hi, John Failer out of Saratoga and Santa Clara. I am very proud to support Northern California Bay Area high school sports.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wiedemeyer, longtime real estate broker, and I'm teamed up with Keith Andrew, my favorite son-in-law. Many of you remember Charlie Wiedemeyer, my husband. We both support high school sports.
Now it's on top, Godoy, a blast from distance, bombs away, and a ball, Godoy! There's Lima! Nick Lima continues his ascent in Major League Soccer.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Block Construction, together building greatness. By the Silver Creek Sportsplex, the Bay Area's premier sports and fitness destination. The Rikes Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. And by DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer.
This season, South County Chrysler Jeep Ram Dodge brings us the Game of the Week. That means a reporter on scene, team interviews, and Game of the Week t-shirts. This week's South County Chrysler Game of the Week is the CCS Open Division title game.
That's right. Earlier, we introduced you to the Monarch star Hayley Jones. Pinewood, also a very talented group with Stanford-bound Hannah Jump leading the way. A great matchup for the Open Division title in the South County Chrysler Game of the Week.
The Midi student section taking the trip to Santa Clara University to cheer on their top-ranked girls team. The Monarchs facing Pinewood, and they were off to a tremendous start. Brianna Claros lays that one in for the first bucket. This girl was fantastic. Hannah Jump nailing that three ball from Claros, and the Panthers would hold on to a 10-point lead after one, but then a little chat in between quarters, and this Midi team was on a different level. Chrissy Miyahara puts 3 on the board, and you won't believe this, less than a minute later we have a tie game. Hayley Jones drives past everybody for the backwards lay-in. Then Jones finds Anya McNicholas behind the arc, the three-pointer, good, and that would conclude a 16-0 Midi run in the second quarter. The Monarchs would take the 10-point lead at the half. In the third, Midi pressuring the Panther offense. Jones rips it out and drains a short jumper to take the 17-point lead. Pinewood did chip away at that deficit. Claros to Clara Estrom in the corner. She nails the three ball and one, a 4-point play for Astrom, but Middy's junior guard McNicholas had herself a game. The feed from Charisma Ortiz, and she would end the night with a team-high 21 points. And Ortiz, the Penn State commit, racked up 13 points of her own as the Middy Monarchs cruised to a 76-62 win and a CCS title. The Monarchs staying undefeated on the season. We caught up with the team following the victory.
Once again, they proved themselves to be the best in the CCS, the Archbishop Middy Monarchs. She's become a familiar face on our show. Our game MVP is Hayley Jones. Hayley, we have to start off by talking about that second quarter. You guys were down by 10 coming into the second. What was Coach Phillips saying, and what was that transition like?
Well, in between quarters, we knew we just had to keep playing our game and stick to the game plan and not get too much in our heads, you know, and just stick to our gut because we've been training for this all season.
And what was that on the floor?
On the floor was taking the correct shot, not rushing into things. On defense, we wanted to speed them up because they were getting too many easy looks in the first quarter.
Awesome. And we're going to talk to Charisma Ortiz next. Charisma, you're a senior, all right. How are your feelings knowing you're kind of coming to the end of your career? What is your advice to these younger girls?
Just every day, take each game for what it is, and we enjoy each other every single day, and never take a day for granted. I know we talk about that a lot, but we really enjoy each other's company every single day at practice.
Now, Nicole, hurt your leg during the WCAL final, okay? Tell me, what has this team been like? What have they done to help you through this time?
They've been my biggest support system. I couldn't do it without them. They always say that they're going to do it for me, and that just like gives me a lot of strength, and they're always there for me when I need them. So they're the best teammates in the world.
These are your CCS champion Archbishop Middy Monarchs. Girls, take us out with a cheer.
The Mountain View Spartans getting set to take on the Middy Monarchs for the CCS Open Division title. The Monarchs looking to get on the board first. Paris Fox tries one from long range, but MV keeper Renee Landa is right there. Middy still on the attacks via Newfinger, fights off the defender and fires one in the back of the net as the Monarchs take a 1-0 lead at the half. Spartans try to come back in the second half. Bethan Perry shoots one off the crossbar. The ball finds Nicole Bumgarner, who tries the second chance, but the Monarchs clear it away. Mountain View continuing the attack late. Shannon Gould passes to Bumgarner, who fires it on target. Amy Steinman makes the save. Janvi Subramanian gets a second chance, but again, Steinman is there for the save as the Middy Monarchs hang on to win their 14th CCS girls soccer title. 1-0 was the final.
Once again this season, Lexus of Stevens Creek is honoring athletes who do great volunteer work in their community.
This week's Lexus of Stevens Creek Volunteer Award goes to Paige Gerhardt from San Ramon Valley. Paige is in charge of multiple volunteer efforts like clothing drives and spending time at the SPCA, but her proudest project was building a home for a family in Mexico. Paige talks about why she donates her time to helping others.
I choose to volunteer because in Danville, in the San Ramon area, we have so many amazing things, from a roof under our head to the meals that we eat, and I just feel like it's so important to give back to everyone who's helped me get this far. It just makes you feel like you did something that other people can do too, and it's just an amazing feeling.
Coming up, the Dragons from Bishop O'Dowd meet Las Lomas for the NCS Division II title.
And the CCS Division V title game with Pinewood and Woodside Priory.
We are back at Levi Stadium with the NCS Division II title game. This one features some of the top players in the Bay Area. Bishop O'Dowd with outstanding guards Elijah Hardy and Nassim Gaskin.
But Las Lomas has a pretty good guard of their own with Nate Robinson. He's really, really good. The top two seeds meeting for the NCS Division II title on Saturday.
The Las Lomas six-man might just be the best in the Bay Area. Early first, the Knights pleasing their fans as Nate Robinson scores down low, but O'Dowd right back at him as Elijah Hardy goes down low to Nassim Gaskin for a tough two and the foul. Here come the Knights on the run. Robert Prince to J.T. Estes to Cash Gobir, and the Knights were rolling. Crazy sequence here as Elijah Hardy takes two big steps into the lane and scores, but right back come the Knights. Two quick passes and Prince nails the three-pointer, and the Knights fans were really loving that. And look at the expression on their face. It changes here as Prince gets a steal, and he takes it the other way, passes it off, gets it back, and scores. It's a 9-point Las Lomas lead. The Dragons catch fire. Ross Williams for three, and the comeback is on. Late second quarter now. Elijah Hardy with a fancy up and under as the Las Lomas lead is now just 4 points. Third quarter action and more. Hardy as he pulls up for three, and Elijah nails it to give the Dragons a 37-35 lead. Hardy was hot in the second half. Here a nice long-range jumper as the Dragons extend their lead. Late third now as the Knights battle back. Jason Hallman from the corner, he hits, and when Nate Robinson hits a three-pointer of his own, it was a 4-point game, but the Knights would get no closer. The Dragons pull away late. Hardy to Gaskin, and that's a winning combination. As Bishop O'Dowd wins the NCS D2 title 65-58, Hardy leading the way with 21.
The Division 5 CCS title on the line Friday night. Pinewood taking on Woodside Priory. Early on, Priory's Emmanuel Ajanaku-Makun gets a strong offensive board and puts it back. Here it's Logan Robles leading the fast break, dishing it to Connor Riches for the three-pointer. Woodside Priory had the long ball working tonight too. Adrian Levaille takes it up court for the pull-up to make it 18-14 Woodside in the second. Pinewood's Cash Field getting the ball off the back cut and getting his own board to tie the game at 18. Now in the third, here's Pinewood's Sean Murphy making some space and hitting the off-balance shot from the free throw line. Teammate Bo Fick enjoyed showing off his handles as well as he hits the deep two-pointer to bring Pinewood within two late in the third. In the fourth, Woodside Priory's Adrian Levaille hits Lucas Harris in the corner for three, and Priory takes the lead with 4 minutes to go. And Ayo Atarovoy gets to steal in Pinewood's backcourt and finds Levaille for the dagger three-pointer. Woodside Priory is your Division 5 CCS champions, winning it 41-36 behind a strong game from Atarovoy.
Synergy Environmental Solutions celebrate players who go all out for their team, just like Synergy goes all out for its customers.
Doing the dirty work this week is Carly Leong from the Palo Alto basketball team. Carly with an outstanding block to stop the three-point shot. Carly Leong doing the dirty work, just like Synergy Environmental Solutions. Remember, you can buy the entire game from the games we showed tonight on either DVD or we'll send it to you digitally. Go to CalHighSportsBayArea.com to order.
And be sure to follow us on social media at 49ers Cal High on Twitter and Instagram. Go ahead and give us a thumbs up on Facebook and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page. We'll let you know when new videos are ready to watch.
South County Chrysler Jeep Ram Dodge cares about our Bay Area young people.
So every week they'll bring us tips on how our teens can drive more safely. Here's this week's safe driving tip.
Hi, I'm Andrew Meeker from Leland High School with this week's South County Chrysler safe driving tip. It might be tempting to eat, drink, flip around the radio dial, or play music loudly while you're cruising around town. But all of this can cause your mind or vision to wander, even for a few seconds.
Coming up, our block construction CCS blockbuster game as surprising Mitty meets Bellarmine.
And the NCS Girls D1 final with Carondelet and Heritage. You're watching the top high school sports show in the nation, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
The Rikus Center has long been a staple of the Bay Area sports community, offering flexible and adaptable training programs for all ages. Among their most advanced programs is Cornerstone, a training course that combines a group-style training session with one-on-one supervision to optimize the training of its most elite athletes. Beginning each session with a group-based training workout, Cornerstone offers the best of both worlds. Fluid dynamic sessions followed by routine, all the while being assisted by the center's certified coaches.
Hi, I'm Tom McGraw, and I have the privilege of serving as CEO of First National Bank of Northern California. It's also been a privilege to grow up and make my home in the beautiful whole Bay Area and play high school sports just like many of you. We're proud to support local businesses and homeowners, as well as the hardworking youth and student athletes in the Bay Area. Come in and meet us and see how community banking really makes a difference in building stronger neighborhoods. Come into a branch and say hi.
First National Bank,
the family bank.
Back at Levi Stadium and the NBC Sports Studio with the title game in the Open Division of CCS. The Bellarmine Bells are the top seed, so the Bells being there was really expected.
Yeah, but their opponent was not. Mitty is the 7th seed with wins over Menlo and Palo Alto to even give them a chance at the CCS title. It's our CCS block instruction blockbuster game, and Robert was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
This is a CCS Open Division Championship game. The Mitty Monarchs got here as the 7th seed with the win Tuesday night over Palo Alto. The Monarchs hitting 14 three-pointers in that game. The Bellarmine Bells are the top seed. They got here by beating arch rival St. Francis by just 3 points. Kendall Stubblefield was great in that game with 30 points. It's the Bells and the Monarchs, two San Jose teams, West Catholic League rivals in the CCS block construction blockbuster game. Huge crowd at Santa Clara University watching Bellarmine take an early lead. Kendall Stubblefield with a dish down low to Kieran Cruz for the game's first points. Then toss it out to Big K, and Stubblefield nails the three. Bells up 5-4. This game was tight the entire way. Mitty's outstanding senior Riley Grigsby from the corner. That's 3 points, and the Monarchs have a 2-point lead. But the Bells go back in front on this Jake Wojcik long three-pointer. We're going back and forth. Toss it out to Donovan Wilson for Mitty, and the Monarchs can shoot. But so can the Bells. This is Nate Metzger for 3. You might not know this, but Nate supports local business. That's good information there. Late second quarter now, and Mitty is playing catch-up. That happens quickly when your shots are worth 3 points. Hakili Jordan hitting there. Still in the second, and Big K takes on 2 defenders and scores as the Bells lead by 4. But Mitty scores right before the half. Charles Ming tosses to Grigsby with a long floater that bounces in. 31-29 Bells at the half. Third quarter, Mitty keeps coming as Ming drives and gets it to Jordan, and Hakili finishes. The Bells extend their lead. Wojcik, a terrific look inside to a cutting Cruz, and the Bells have a 9-point lead. Stubblefield on the break ahead to Metzger. And did you know Nate eats his veggies? It's true, and always a good idea. More Bells as Metzger goes backdoor to Connor Despy with a reverse lay-in. Mitty looking to cut into the lead late, but Metzger with the steal and lay-in, and that would do it. As the Bellarmine Bells avenge a loss in this game to Mitty last season to earn their first Open Division title, Metzger says revenge was definitely on their minds.
We had a chip on our shoulder since last year.
Gotta be in here real quick. This has gotta be
We had a chip on our shoulder since last year, coming off that L, and we just worked hard in practice, worked hard all week, worked hard all year, and we got the dub.
Now time for some girls hoops as Carondelet and Heritage fight for the NCS D1 title. Heritage came out ready to play. Jordan Sweeney finds Abby Muse in the paint for 2. The Pats were hot in the first. Sweeney gets the ball and decides to go for the long ball. Money. Heritage with the 16-6 lead. Carondelet gets moving in the second quarter. Leah Walton floats it down low to Allie Bamberger, and the 6'3 center gets the bucket and 1 to pull within 1. Cougars take back the lead after the half. Bamberger kicks it to Erica Miller, and she hits it from downtown for the 2-point lead. Heritage not far behind. Michaela Wajanki brings it all the way under the hoop for a sweet reverse lay-in, but Carondelet gets in a groove. Walton with the escape dribble and nails it from behind the arc. What a play to give the Cougs a 7-point lead. Carondelet controls the rest of this one. Emily Howie gives it to Maiva Dwiggins on the fast break. She lays it in, and the Cougars are crowned the NCS D1 champions with a final score of 71-58. Bamberger with a huge game, putting up 28 points. The Panthers on their way to NorCal's.
The Harker School honors athletes who perform well in the classroom every week. This week's scholar athlete is Maylene T. from James Lick. As the Comets' leading scorer this year, Maylene led her team into the playoffs and has an impressive 3.7 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. This week, Harker congratulates its middle school math students who won the Santa Clara Valley Math Counts competition in early February, setting a new Harker record with 4 perfect scores. The event featured more than 400 competitors from 46 schools. At Harker, preschool through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org. Once again this season, Adobe brings us advice on how to use their software to make great highlight reels and team videos.
Here's this week's Adobe tip.
Want to save an effect you spent a lot of time producing so you can use it again later? Here's how you do it. Once the effect is completed in the Effect Controls tab, highlight the effect you want to save, then right-click to expose the dialog box and hit Save Preset. Then give it a distinct name and save. The new preset is now a part of your effects palette to use anytime you wish. Another way the Adobe Creative Cloud makes editing fast and easy.
Coming up, back to the NCS with the Bay Area's top-ranked team, Salesian, playing for a section title against Campolindo.
And the CCS Division I soccer final with Bellarmine battling St. Francis. But first, here's the World Games Top 10 Boys Basketball Poll.
'49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Drive a little, save a lot. By Club Sport at the Sportsplex. Live healthy. And by the Sereno Group. Here for good.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pizzine in Palo Alto, and I'm a proud supporter of Bay Area high school sports.
Hi, my name's Ed Graziani from Los Altos. I'm proud to support high school athletics on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
Back at Levi Stadium with the NCS Division III title game, this one featuring the Bay Area's top-ranked team Salesian with one of the Bay Area's best players, James Akinjo.
Yeah, the top-seeded Pride taking on the second-seeded Campolindo Cougars. Can John Torchio win section titles in football and basketball? We'll see in the game played Saturday afternoon.
The Salesian Pride getting all ready to take on the Campolindo Cougars in the NCS D3 Championship at St. Mary's. We start off with a little Cougar action as Carter Mahaney passes to John Torchio for 3, the Campo quarterback scoring. Here he is again, driving it in and sending it back out to David Ahazi, who nails it from beyond the arc. Campo in the lead 7-6. But the Pride is eager to get on top. Javon McClanahan dodging the defense, finding his twin Jaden for the lay-in. Salesian up 18-14 after 1. We skip to the third. Tyler Brinkman at the elbow to James Akinjo, and James is pretty good. He makes it look easy as the Pride starts to pull away. But the Cougs continue to battle. Ahazi goes up and kicks it out to Trevin Kroichik at the top of the key. Perfect. Back on the Salesian side, Tajon Sawyer gets the board, fights for possession. He gets it and finishes for the and 1. More Salesian as Akinjo takes it out to McClanahan, and Javon tosses up the 3 ball for Salesian, and that was nice. Finishing things off for Salesian, it's Akinjo with a lob to Sawyer. The lay-in is good as Salesian cruises to a 67-53 victory over Campolindo, and the NCS title, Sawyer leading the way with a double-double.
The Bellarmine Bells facing off with the St. Francis Lancers this Saturday night for the CCS D1 Championship match. Skipping ahead to the second half, no score. Sebastian Mendoza gets it to Corey Hill for the attempt, but keeper Matt Martin is there to protect the net for the Bells. An exciting play here. Gabby Martinez kicks it down, and Alejandro Mendoza, he hits the crossbar and it bounces into the net. Goal for the Bells, up 1-0. St. Francis looking for the equalizer. Colin Hamilton connecting with Tycho Halpern. It hits the crossbar and bounces out so close. And Halpern here tries it again. He shoots it, but it's just wide. And the Bellarmine Bells are your CCS D1 champions. They take this one 1-0. Alejandro Mendoza with the championship goal, and Martin helping on D with 5 saves.
An historic season for the James Lick girls basketball team.
The girls meeting with 99.7 Now Strawberry at the Rikus Center to talk about it earlier this week.
Hey, we're at the Rikus Center in Menlo Park, the premier training facility on the peninsula where goals are achieved. I'm surrounded by the league champs, the Comets of James Lake High School. Give it up for the girls basketball team. And I do want to say, Miranda, 10-0, undefeated in league.
Yes.
That's got to feel good, especially this was the first league championship for the school.
Since 1997, yes.
This is a huge 180 flip between this season and last season, right? A lot of hard work in the off season.
Correct. Last year we were not good, and it wasn't even fun. Basketball, I didn't enjoy it, and this year it's completely different. I'm sad that I actually have to leave and that this is my last year, but I'm excited the way that I'm going out. So.
Yeah. Oh, you go out with a title. Heck yeah, that's the way to go out, okay? Let's talk to the leading scorer of the league, all right? So, Maylene, what was one of the secrets about James Lick's turnaround this year? Was it all about buckets? Was there anything else you guys were working on?
So mostly it wasn't all about the points. It was mostly about the teamwork, because for our team, we never practiced any offensive plays. We only did defensive plays.
Defense wins championships. Coach knows that.
Yes, definitely. Only a defensive team will win.
There you go. There you go. Let's talk about the win, the big win. Marquise, your CCS title game was against Hillsdale. You guys won by 9 points. When you saw them earlier in the season, you didn't win. You lost by like 25, right?
Yeah, the first time we played them, we did unfortunately lose by 25. But then the second time we played them, we won by 9. And it was like a roller coaster because like at one point we were up by 18 and then we were down by 1 and then we ended up winning by 9.
That's what's up. Doing East San Jose proud, like I said before. My name is Strawberry from 99.7. Now you can check me out every night starting at 7 o'clock. Comets, take it away.
Let's go, bring it in. We're all we need. Together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Together!
DG presents the Be Happy Play each week. This was a play in a game this week that made everybody happy. This week's Be Happy Play is
the Bellarmine Bells winning their first ever CCS Open Division title. Look at Kendall Stubblefield and Jake Wojcik hugging it out. A great night to be a Bell. Go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. It might be this play, but maybe not.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Ruckus Center.
Hi, I'm Coach Tim Dempsey. Today's training tip is a knee and hip stabilization exercise. She's going to sit back into her left hip until she feels her glute and hamstring fire. She's going to reach forward with her left leg, maintaining her hip, knee in alignment. If we want to make this a little bit harder, we can have her reach forward with both hands as she maintains her balance and continues through. She can also reach one hand up, and then the other one stays down.
The winner of the Service by Medallion Play of the Week gets a hat, a backpack, and an invitation to our 49ers Prep end of the season awards banquet right here at Levi Stadium, May 21st.
We'll show you some really good contenders and then award this week's Play of the Week.
Play of the Week.
We start with Heritage Girls Basketball. It's Michaela Wagegi with a nice reverse lay-in. Here's Lincoln's Yasmin Jimenez with a three-point buzzer beater in the City League title game. For Los Gatos now, Alex Braken-Guelke had a great game here. He gets the steal and the dunk. That's a nice one there for Alex. Hayley Jones, we saw a lot of her tonight with a reverse lay-in on a fast break. She is an outstanding player. Here's Heritage again. Jonathan Ned with a pump fake, drives to the hoop for the rip. Svea Newfinger with a game-winning goal. This is Midi Monarchs in their CCS title game, the only goal in the game for Svea. Alejandro Mendoza for Bellarmine finishing the volley off the crossbar and into the net as the Bells win their CCS title game. Play of the week goes to Valley Christian. Cameron Feeney to J. Allen Tovar. It's an alley-oop rip, a great pass by Feeney, a great dunk by Tovar for this week's Play of the Week.
That's the Play of the Week, and that's our 49ers Cal High Sports Report for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Be sure to join us next week as we meet the golfer from Concord with cerebral palsy, an amazing story you won't want to miss. See you then.